Hi everyone, today we are talking all things Las Vegas. Now, full disclosure here, Las Vegas is not one of my favorite vacation spots. However, I know that it is for many. And the one thing I will say personally about it is if you love entertainment, if you love food, if you love nightlife, if you love drinks, if you love partying it up, it's just about the perfect destination for all of those things. It can be a lot though. So that is why I think it's the perfect weekend getaway or long weekend getaway if you have to travel further away to come to Las Vegas. And for me, building a Las Vegas trip is about centering it around a special event or a special activity over that 2 to 4 day period. Ideally, I think that 3-day, 3-night really is the sweet spot. I wouldn't suggest staying much longer unless you're building in time to do something interesting outside of the Strip. The Hoover Dam is a great experience. There are other things within the city outside of the Strip, and of course, there's beautiful nature all around you. So if you do have time, that is how I would suggest to spend any more time outside of those 3 days. Stay centered within the Strip. If you're just looking at a map, everything does seem relatively close to one another on the Strip along Las Vegas Boulevard because it is hotel after hotel after resort, et cetera, up and down the Strip. And while it's not terribly long within distance and miles, it takes a long time to walk everywhere. Things are very spaced out. And an important thing to remember from a walking perspective is you cannot cross the street at street level at intersections in most spots along Las Vegas Boulevard because there are so many people and because there are so many cars. So what you'll find is a stairwell or an escalator going up and going down. So that means every time you cross the street, you gotta go up, over, down. This all can take a lot of time. So if you center yourself in the middle of the Strip, your walking distance from each end is going to be less than if you stay far at the end of one or the other. So what does that mean in terms of hotels? That means from a luxury perspective, I would suggest the Bellagio, Aria, or the Cosmopolitan. Also Caesar's Palace, but Caesar's more for that classic Vegas experience that has that luxury element to it. Caesar's does a nice job of combining those two pieces of sort of the new Vegas and the old Vegas in a way some of the older properties don't. At the same time, you can consider some of the sort of next tier down. So still, let me be clear, extremely nice properties, but are not going to cost you what, say, a stay at the Cosmopolitan would be. So from there, I would suggest staying at the Flamingo, which is one of the oldest hotels in Las Vegas, one of the oldest resorts, has a very interesting and cool history. It was founded by Bugsy Siegel, who's considered one of the godfathers of Las Vegas, literally, when we think about Godfather from that sort of gangster perspective. But in addition to that, near the Flamingo, you also have Paris, which is a great option. And they've just included one of the old Bally's towers into Paris to kind of, and also remodeled to give it more of a luxurious experience. So if you stay right around there, and there are other options if you take a look, but those would be sort of my tops. Set aside money for gambling. If gambling is something you like to do, obviously there is plenty of opportunity in Las Vegas, particularly if you are somebody who is interested in cards, right? So playing cards like poker, blackjack, some of the other roulette, which I realize is not cards, some of these sort of games you have better odds at than if you just sit in front of a a machine all day and a slot machine and kind of pour dollars in. Remember, when you play cards, when you play some of these games of chance, the chance is dictated by the deck, or it's dictated by the wheel. When you play a slot machine, the slots odds are dictated by the casino. That's their cash cow. That's where they make their money. So remember that. If you like to gamble, or if you want to gamble, certainly playing the slots is fun, but consider giving yourself some time to learn some of those other games before you get there, because it can also be a really fun experience. Part of Vegas is about the party experience. Part of it is about that nightlife, exciting experience. So you have to know that drinks along the strip are extremely expensive, particularly if you want a good cocktail. In Las Vegas, you need to be prepared to spend at least $25 per cocktail. If you get a steak dinner in Las Vegas on the strip in one of the cooler restaurants, you need to be prepared to spend at least $85 on one of those steaks. It's no joke. Dinner altogether is going to easily be over $100, so you need to prepare for that as well. I hope this gives you a good starting point for planning your Las Vegas vacation. If you'd like more information on Las Vegas and some other great destinations around the world, check out my website or go to the link in my bio, check out my socials, feel free to reach out to me, and make sure to like and subscribe for more information. Thanks so much.